Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 14 Quarterfinals! It's the most exciting part of the whole goddamn game. Today, we got Randy.
Hey, in a playoff mood.
We got
Hey,
Katie.
doesn't Randy have a title?
He is the Doctor of Dota. Katie, you don't have a title. So I don't know why
Give
you're
me
even...
one.
The Katie.
Nice.
5 seconds
Hey.
remaining.
KD, parentheses, not KD.
Yeah, there we go.
That's a good one. Or Kate. I'm not Kate either.
That's true, yeah. Today we're looking at the grim adventures of Boys and Matty taking on Bean 10. Our first round playoff game. On one hand, Bean 10, I think, is kind of heavily favored to win this matchup. On the other hand, we needed to get a Grim Adventures of Boys and Matty game in because I had to stand in the week I was going to cast them, so here we are.
The Mick will carry them to a 2-1.
There you go.
The Juggernaut ban. I approve of that one.
Yeah, it's, as stated on the BBC, ban the jug.
Team back.
I think Kai said that
they,
actually.
They said it on the BBC.
Kai was like, you have to ban jug first phase against this team.
But it's getting some recognition.
Bean 10.
First phase ban is not something
McLeod.
you normally
10
see.
seconds remaining.
Yep. Bean 10 immediately taking a look at the Mickle so probably his most signature hero, I would say.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
I think it's sort of the
Oracle.
cryptic
Yep.
oracle.
Starting out with the Oracle here. No real surprises.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
Immediately,
Marcy,
yep, immediately picking up the Marcy. They want to go for that Marcy gaming.
Old classic first pick Marcy. Matty Boy Marcy, let's go. Or
10
Tall Balls
seconds
Marcy, I
remaining.
don't know what the positions are in this team.
That's Tall Balls Pos 3,
5 seconds.
PVC
Cranberry
pipe.
mid, that's what I know.
Yep.
Cranberry mid, Mickle 1.
Mickle 1, Cranberry 2, Tall Balls 3, PVC Pipe 4,
Guess
and
it's-
Matty 5.
PVC Marcy.
More than likely.
Interesting.
So, I wonder if Tusk will be picked here, because Bean 10 didn't ban it first phase. Chose to
Yeah.
target Mickle instead.
Putting a lot of thought into it here. Cranberry Sprite has not very frequently been a first round pick so far for Grim Adventures of Boys and Matty.
He's going mid, right?
Yes.
Can't do mid Tusk unless it's Moon River.
Dawnbreaker.
I'm going to pick up the Dawnbreaker very early here.
Okay. Good hero.
Yeah, probably the hero that Grim Adventures has had the most success with outside of their Pos 1,
Inside
Pos
that
2.
Cranberry Tiny. Got a rampage, you know?
That's true, he
5
did.
seconds remaining.
Bean 10 putting some thought here into this round. You're not adjust your set, that's just what happens when I tap in and out of Dota. Just trying to keep a vague eye on everything going on, make sure we're all good in the world.
All good in the hood, yeah.
Dire team ban.
Mirana coming
Mirana.
out here.
Iceman hates this hero, he's like, it's trash. I don't know if I believe it's trash necessarily, but
It's trash.
I don't know.
I've seen a Meth Marana.
I feel like every Marana I've seen recently has just not done very well. So
5 seconds.
I've
remaining.
not yet to witness, even though I have like 200 games with Meth, whether or not he can land arrows on Marana.
Alright,
So
well,
that is yet to be seen.
it's a good son.
Void getting knocked
Faceless
out.
Void.
Yeah, I mean, Void Dawnbreaker, hard to argue with.
Radiant team.
Phantom
back.
Lancer getting KO'd.
They only really care about Mikkel here.
I know. If I was
I mean,
making the
that's-
drafts of this team, I would say this is literally the opposite of what I said to do.
It's kind of like the meme, right? You know, you shut down Mickle and then nobody else does anything.
Remaining.
I think it's a bad strategy. I think
Pretty
Mikkel's
disrespectful to the rest of the players,
I
you know?
think-
Cranberry got a rampage on Tiny Mid, so...
I think it's very concerning that the Tusk and Tiny is still open.
Yep.
Yeah, this
Cranberry's
Cranberry
right.
has
Is
free reign right now.
actually going to get a free pick out mid.
Unless they ban one of those heroes here, I suppose.
I think
Like, all
Mikkel-
he's wanted for the entire season is just his Tusk.
Mikkel's pool is just too big to just get rid of by comfort banning here. Really doing themselves no favors so far in this phase.
Oh,
Could be
maybe they
bad.
won't ban a pause one here.
Radiant team.
They're gonna
back.
take
Okay,
out the
then.
Tusk.
Cranberry Tusk.
Cranberry is now basically locked to one specific hero for his mid game.
Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
And the LC goes down.
Legion Commander.
Dire team pick.
Okay,
Yep,
yep,
Tiny
there it
coming up.
is. The
They
famous
must
Cranberry
not
Tiny
be
Mid.
too scared of the Tiny then. If they let it through. They might have a plan for it.
I mean, I would be pretty scared of the Tiny, because, like, Cranberry's getting a comfort hero, and Mickle's not going to be on a hero that's that far out of his comfort zone. So they haven't really effectively banned around this team, I feel.
Like I said, if I was the guy making the drafts for this team, I would say this is literally the opposite of what I told them to do. Phoenix
Okay,
coming
Matt
out here.
Phoenix.
Now that could be actually pretty good if they could not let the Marcy walk up to the sun. If the Marcy walks up to the sun, it's just going to die every time.
You also have a Tiny, right? He's
10 seconds.
I don't know what
Yeah,
Cranberry
no,
buys on
Tiny
him,
is-
actually.
Tiny
He's
is
a Moon Shard
awful.
buyer and a Echo Saber builder,
5
so...
seconds
I mean, even
remaining.
if he builds Echo Saber, you get 2 hits on the sun, then that's your lot. Especially if you're,
We
hit
have
by
a
the
Marcy
W
with
before.
you, so...
That's true. The Marcy's really going to
You're
be the
not
sun.
the only hero in the world. Just 2 plus whatever else is sitting the sun, is what I'm saying.
At the very least, you have the Oracle's ability to disarm, which is probably going to be effective at Marcy for the whole game. Got a Medusa here.
Dire team back.
An instant pick on the Drow.
No surprises there. Should not have picked up the Medusa without banning the Drow. I think that's a major mistake.
Oh, yeah, Stussy game does not look great, I'll be honest. It's...
No, it's horrible. I think Grim Adventures has a way better draft
10
so far.
seconds remaining.
She's not great with these this support line. She interacts well with the Phoenix at least. But that's literally the one upside we have for this Medusa pick. It is very bad. And they're banning out
Drill's
the
not a
Zeus.
Diffie buyer, that's the only comfort you get. That's not that much of a comfort, because she can still just destroy you with marksmanship procs.
Even though Cranberry Sprite has already picked his hero, we're going to ban out the Zeus here.
5
Who's the last
seconds
pick? Is
remaining.
it Matty Boy?
Yes,
Okay.
presumably.
So it's Matty Boy support Zeus, you see?
A classic.
Dire team back.
Throw Ranger also very bad for Phoenix as well.
Yeah. I mean, it's rough.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
What would you be thinking about if you were US Danny?
In this game,
Yeah.
Radiant team banned.
they've got so much fizz damage on their lineup, and he's been practicing it recently. A Necro wouldn't be too bad, because he could just dodge, it feels like, half of what they got, as long as he has some ability to live through the Avalanche toss. Because if you do that, then, like, Drow Ranger is literally no danger to you. Tiny is no more danger to you.
5 seconds.
Marshy
remaining.
can't do anything. And it gives somebody there to dissuade you from all ganging up on the sun, because if you all ganging up on the sun, then Necro's just hitting Q and hitting 5 people every time.
Oh yeah, Queen of Pain game? I'm not sure.
It could be.
Dire
Could be.
team pick.
I don't like Queen of Pain as much as Necro. I think it is a good Necro pick. And he will be, like, actively thinking about it, because he has had quite a few games on it lately.
Yep.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We intend 25 seconds to pick this out.
Are we a random Tide Hunter?
Hopefully. Ten seconds.
Radiant team pick.
Gonna pick up the
Razor.
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 Hmm.
Quite a surprising one. We've seen
I mean,
Razor's position in the meta significantly weakening recently.
I feel like Razor in the draw is way better on paper than it actually is in reality.
Yeah, that's my experience
like-
with Drow as
5
well.
seconds
Draw's a
remaining.
Hurricane Pike buyer and has innate ways to get you away from her anyway, so it's like, I don't know.
I do think that the upside to that is, well, you have two upsides there. A, if Mirana gets a baller arrow on Drow Ranger, then she's about to lose, like, her entire ability to fight. B, if Drow Ranger is having to consciously position around the Razor in the fights, then she is in a way worse position to do anything about Medusa, do anything about the Sun, stop the Oracle in any meaningful way. So there is that advantage to it, but I do think I agree. On the upside, it should be able to just run over the Tiny. In early game, Drow Ranger is going to be completely shaken in her boots. Like, if Drow Ranger has to fight early, she really can't. Like, if she cannot fight until she has some way to deal with the Link.
Oh, Puck.
You may now
We're going to go for
select
Puck
your
here. They're actually going to be
heroes.
moving the Tiny off to a different position. And so for Marcy, it's 2 Puck.
Okay, so they baited their mid matchup a little bit, I feel.
It's going to be a pos 5 Tiny, pos 3 Dawnbreaker. The downside there is that I don't think Tiny does anything in this lane against the Phoenix Mirana, but die basically. He's a lot more fragile early on than he looks, and being able to just completely sideline him is going to be very, very bad for Drow. Now, we've seen very recently what happens when Drow has to fight the 1v2 with Phoenix, with a player who's more or less as good as Mikkel. So that's the upside to that. The downside is this is a very, very, very good Puck game. If Cranberry Sprite can actually pull it off, this is a very good game for him here. Like, the silences from Puck this game are going to be gigantic. Like, nobody on that lineup, nobody on Bean 10 can do anything with just right clicks, except Medusa really late. And if you're Medusa really late, then you're losing to Drow.
Yes, that's true. It's a bad carry matchup, which is why you. I mean, it's kind of. kind of, again, the times I've seen this team pick Deuce this season have always ended up like this. The Deuce just doesn't have any place in this game.
No, this is a very bad. I think, generally speaking, PVC Pipe's too old for Ben 10. I think, generally speaking, I like the Grim Adventures. Like, I don't just like the Grim Adventures lineup more than the Bean 10 lineup. I like it a lot better than the Bean 10 lineup. I think, on one hand, like, the distinction between these drafts is really ridiculous. Like, it is, like, the Bean 10 lineup is so much worse. On the other hand, they did pull out a victory against the ATHF lineup in a pretty similar condition just last week. So they might be able to overcome this with gameplay. But they definitely have to overcome it. Bean 10, even if they are, on paper, probably the bigger team here, are definitely going to be playing from behind to start this game out.
30 seconds to battle.
Taking up positions here behind the rune spot. That's about the only interesting action really going on
The
here.
battle begins.
I'm just gonna bother Mickle.
A small inconvenience.
Yeah.
Three
Slight
runes.
annoyance. There we go.
3 runes for Grim Adventures, as Bean 10 do not really want to, and for obvious reasons, do not really want to try and contest under that rune. Also, they're going to switch up the roles here for Grim Adventures. They're actually going to send Marcy out to the safe lane, but I assume
That's
that's
just
going to be
support
plus
switching.
4. Yep.
I don't think support switching is that big of a deal usually. It's just because they don't like this tiny lane against Phoenix Marana.
Well, bad news. They're going to like this
That's
drought
really
ranger less if that
surprising.
happens.
Kinda true, yeah.
These first 3 hours from map have been ridiculous.
All landed on Mickle, yeah.
Kind of like a big brain move.
Yep. Very good start here for Bean 10, if nothing else.
We didn't miss any creeps, that's the good news.
Yep. You're gonna have to very aggressively play this vision game.
Super early deaths on a pause one are bad if you lose waves, but Mickle didn't, so.
So this is going to be pause 4 Tiny here, which is a bit interesting. I think if I was doing this lineup for the Grim Adventures, I think I'd have Tiny 3 and Call Balls the Dawnbreaker 4. But that's just me.
Oh, Tiny doesn't really do anything. He's a 3. He needs to have higher farm priority. Mef is dead. Nope. Fairy Fire, MVP. Always love the sick Fairy Fire plays.
Fires an arrow through the woods to try and find where the Marcy is, but
Matty
It's not
Boy is
actually
getting
true.
run down by Cryptic right now. Very nice. Aggressive play.
Tall Balls whiffs the active. Loses about half his health bar for it. Arrow lands on Marcy here, who's quite like... No, that's a full wand, never mind. Full stick,
fine.
rather.
Too old for Benton.
So, now that things have settled down a little, it's time for everyone's favorite part of the cast. It's time for the roll call. So, for the Grim Adventures of the Boys and Matty, Pause 1, you've got Mickle, sponsored by Charles V. Pause 2, you've got Cranberry Sprite on the puck. Oh, by the way, Mickle is Drow. Pause 3, you've got Tall Balls on the Dawnbreaker. Pause 4, you've got Matthias Boy, captain of the team, and also traditionally they're Pause 5, just swapped rules out this game, on the Tiny. And Pause 5, you've got PVC on the Marcy here. Shoutouts to the train who has joined us for the cast today.
Choo choo.
BBC is going to be able to consume an entire.
Oh, nice.
Yep, they're going to try and go on the Phoenix here, but Phoenix is just a little too mobile for that to mean anything.
Bean 10 roll call.
So for Bean 10, pause 1, you've got Combination Bean, captain of the team on the Medusa. Pause 2, you've got US Danny on the Razor. Pause 3, you've got Godlike Matt on the Phoenix. Pause 4, you've got Meph on the Marana. And pause 5, you've got Cryptic on the Oracle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And as you might expect, we're going to be spending a lot of time looking at this bottom lane here, because this is going to be, probably in all three of these series, more or less the most decisive factor in these games. Grim Adventures of Boys and Matty, very, very heavily dependent on Mickle to get what they want done here.
Sometimes Cranberry Sprite can pop off.
Yep.
Would not underestimate.
Well, I do have to question exactly how much of a puck player that Cranberry Sprite is. I don't believe I've really seen that out of him so far. Perhaps it's one of those week 6 or 7 games that I still have not caught up with yet. But Mickle is looking low again. Mickle's looking dead again. And the Tiny going down one more time as well. So far 0-4, 4 favoring the Grim, not the Grim Adventures, 4 favoring Bean 10. Puck just lost an entire bottle charge, just immediately got hula hooped off. There is any small upside for the Drow Ranger here. While she's not really gotten very many last hits at all, has just been finding it very difficult to get any under the constant Phoenix W. Ooh, Marcy's just barely gonna live there.
I mean, it's okay, because the current matchup was bad.
Wow, Meph with a very
okay.
aggressive jump.
Yeah, that would have worked well if he had arrow, but he didn't.
And you're getting that too, so. Again, like, the current matchup is bad, so
Yeah,
if
it's
Mickle has a bad
horrible.
lane, it doesn't matter that much.
One of the worst carry matchups in the entire game, maybe? At least as far
Oh, I
as
don't know
carries
about
you see
that.
it frequently.
I think there's a lot worse, but it's pretty bad.
Like CK versus PL is the only worst one I can think of.
I think ours is worse for Medusa than Drow Ranger is, but yeah, Drow's bad.
I'm going to randomly ask Katie if she's been keeping an eye on chat.
There's been no chat so far as I've
Cool.
seen.
Okay. Where the hell is everyone? It's playoff week.
Playing or
In
even
playoffs.
Matt is dead to Mickle. Oh,
Dead to
dead
PVC.
Alright, that's fun. This is definitely good. Gives him so much space.
If I was
Oh, that's
going
an
like
arrow
Matt right now, I would say just chill. Just let me farm.
Matt just bought a second urn.
Alright, good play.
Meph does end up decking out the Drow behind the tower here.
I had double earn off lane, classic.
Radiant's middle tower is under
And
attack.
Puck is actually going to get dove behind the tower with Razor's first ult here. Razor and Puck have, for the most part, been kind of stalemated with their lane, though Razor is quite far ahead on the knives, but this should give US Danny a fairly solid advantage here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Arrow coming out from Marana, looking for the Marcy in the jungle
Oh,
here.
Matt.
Kind of had a miscue there from Radiant safe lane as PVC pipe unintentionally kind of throwing Phoenix to safety,
Oh,
double kill.
Radiant's
First stun of the game had to be used to not die to tower damage there on the Phoenix. But I'm sure he's probably not going to be too sad about that.
This is why I hate people.
This is why Drow Ranger hates people. The Tiny getting sighted on the jungle here. Tiny level 3. It's probably not destined to have much impact on this particular game. Cranberry Sprite is kind of looking pretty dead again. Yep, goes right down, though.
Okay, they're
Big party coming to Danny's house here.
Sending everyone.
He's got the invis. Yep,
Right
he's got the invis from the Maran ult, so he's out fine. I was
Maybe
actually coming in from behind.
kills a Tiny?
No.
Nope, no arrow.
Dawnbreaker split that up very well. Oracle is here now, and he clears it out. Lots of people rotated out to that mid lane for the Radiant there, including their entire off lane. Got nothing accomplished for it, which is unfortunate, as that's going to give Medusa a couple of minutes of free farm.
Drow is forced into the jungle before level 6, which is never what you want as Drow. It just feels so bad.
Randy
6
moment.
is such a significant improvement to your jungling performance as Drow.
I mean, it's just to pause one moment. Like, if you're gonna die in your lane, you leave.
Matt is basically just trying to chase her out here. Gets her down to just 100 HP, so she's going to have to make another trip back to Fountain if she wants to continue to live here. Cryptic getting gone on quite hard by members of the Radiant here. Phoenix has arrived to do something about this, but he's going to get the Dawnbreaker and the Tiny, who inexplicably sit fade for this. Puck is looking rather low.
It's okay,
He's
BGPs.
not going to get hit by the
Okay,
hula hoop
let's
here.
go.
He's gone. Meanwhile, Meph was attempting to just still keep the jungle as bad of an option as possible for Drow, just really making himself an occupying presence. She has now gone to mid, which has gotten her to level 6, which is the good news. Arrow barely whiffs her there. Not like it would have done anything if it actually hit, but you know.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Smoke Gang comes out here for
They're
Meph.
smoking to give the Drow some space.
Meph
They
just
wanna get rid of
Dire's
these
bottom
people.
tower is under attack.
Meph just
And
dropped
get
a
rid of them,
sentry
they will.
in the camp here.
So that's what you do, right? If the off lane is playing your safe laner like this, you send people. That's what they do.
The only downside is for the amount of rotation that needed, that was not the offlaner, that was a pause 4.
I mean, it's fine. Michael gets the kill in several minutes here of kind of free space.
Only downside is that he's looking at 2 different blocked out camps on his side. Bean 10 posturing to take the bot T1. Despite their 3-to-1 kill ratio, are only actually sitting on just a few grand gold advantage. There's one bit of good news. Most of that excess gold is not on the Drow, it's on the Dawnbreaker, who really just does not have much to do with that kind of money. Grim Adventure is here, gonna try and defend this tower. I don't know how good of an idea that is.
Yeah, they're dead. What can you do?
Radiant's bottom tower
What can
Everybody
you
who
do?
shows up
Not
dies.
defend the tower.
Oh, this game looks like a Giga Stomp. I don't know.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We did see a very similar situation to this last week with Aquitaine Hunger Force staff, where the Bean 10 lineup took this aggressive an advantage very early on, but actually faltered there, almost came to a loss. Could be potentially possible that Mikkel has been watching his tape and has learned from the mistakes of the past. Bean 10 now occupying the Radiant jungle.
Dire's top tower is under
That
attack.
game was against a drow as well, wasn't it?
Yep. Very similar situation. Arrow just barely whisks out on the PVC pipe here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Somebody
be-
thought about TPing in for that, but decided against it.
They'll need to be keeping an eye on Drow's power spikes and not get caught up with their ults down.
It's true. The upside is that Drow is going to be really useless in this game until BKB comes out, basically. Like, the big issue is going to be, if she gets disarmed in front of the sun and the sun explodes, she's going to die. There is really no
They're
two ways
not
about
letting this drow have even a second of space. Like, she is just not allowed to have peace here.
Yep.
Tall Ball's gonna.
Dawnbreaker tries to fight back, and Matt almost goes down.
Okay.
He actually still
Well,
might.
No sun. Sun
sun
in
in
5
5.
seconds.
Oh no,
2,
Cranberry.
1.
Kill him. Unfortunate. Danny is getting run at though.
Yeah, lots of
Can this-
running happening at
Can
him.
these guys kill him? I don't think they can.
And I should
Oh,
also
God.
point out that Drow did die. Drow did turn around, try to fight in that, but it did not work out.
I don't know. Might have to call this one soon.
Guy like Matt putting out the angry squad.
I think drow always has a chance. The hero is boasting a 55% win rate at the moment. And into a favorable matchup, all Mikkel needs to do is farm.
Yep. All he needs to do is farm, but that is a little easier said than done.
Yeah, if he's
Good
allowed.
arrow on Puck.
We'll see. I mean, it's
He's
not
coming in for
0%. It's like 10% right now.
Me and 10 opting not to take this fight. Do not want to give that a shot without Danny there, I suppose. Actually gonna go start walking on Danny here. They're gonna maybe lose Cranberry for it? No, he's fine.
Top tower is
It's
under
okay,
attack.
yeah.
He's walking away with 100 HP.
Gets that Marcy lifesteal.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So I have a vision of this
Dire's
movement up
bottom
here.
tower is under attack.
Probably be a little careful.
At this point in the game, it's a major vision drought for the Grim Adventures. They've got a lot of blocked camps. They've got a lot of just wards and jungles, and the support line is finding it very hard to find time or space to actually go in there and clear it out to any real degree.
Okay.
So,
Like you can see here, there's an attempt
Matty
being
Boy
made
smoke
here.
happening.
There's an attempt being made here to try and reconquer the jungle, or even popping up the smoke to do so. But Matty Boy is going to take on a Razor twice his level,
Didn't work
with the
out.
assistance of a 1 HP Puck. That
Yeah,
one was
I
not
don't know.
happening.
This game looks really cursed, I'll be honest.
Bean 10 gold advantage has just entered the 10k range. Unintentional pull going on here at this camp.
I think there's a pretty good chance this game ends before Drow's online. Or is like completely made out of reach by the time she gets online. But we'll see.
2 supports are smoked, but I don't think they're looking to do anything with it.
They're just looking to try and reconquer Triangle here. If they can't get jungle, they can at least get the consolation prize.
Dire are scanning.
Alright, scan out T2 here. Find literally nothing.
They're
Push
just
down
wanting to see if
tower.
anyone's TPing in.
The Medusa
Yeah,
is
jump all
getting
over
caught
Medusa.
out of it, trying to defend the tower against 4 people.
There's a lot of TPs. Okay.
Oh, Matt
Not
is
happening.
like almost dead. Very
Being
well
10
timed
says
stun.
we're
Splits
not
us.
going to let our Medusa die. Matt goes down in the sun.
Yeah, the sun died to the Marcy there, but also the same time, so did the Drow.
Okay, make that 3%.
Tall Balls is giving up. Ultra kill for US
2%.
Danny.
Okay, Gavin says 1%. I'm throwing in with him. This game's over. What can you do? Pick the most boring series possible to cast.
Well, I mean, what could I say? Well, you know, we gotta get Matty Boy before he dies.
I don't know, dude. We could just like watch competitive Dota instead.
We'll have 2 weeks of that. We're doing top bracket next week. Winner of Crusader Knights ATHF takes on winner of Chrono Lucifer and Rankings of the Scrub. It's going to be doing that next week, and no matter how the chips fall on that, that's going to be a competitive match in my opinion.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I think it's most likely going to be Crusader Knights versus Chrono Lucifer, which means we'll have missed out on all the PPM streams this season. So, sorry PPM. That's what happens when I have to stand in. I'm gonna try and smoke you. Everyone just walks right onto Danny! He's just dead!
Danny's dead! Okay, big. We're back up to 5%, boys.
Tallball's in a very awkward spot in this fight. He was just ruining everything.
This is really
Silence
big,
on
actually.
Phoenix.
Mickle's just murdering them all. Oh boy, Mamma Mia, what's happening?
Drow Ranger is ridiculously good, and this lineup completely sucks for taking her on, even if she's getting stomped out. She just passed up
Okay,
Phoenix
well.
in the net worth chart.
That is it's a deadly fight for Mickle. Okay, we're climbing back up. The win probability.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are
I
fortified.
think the core issue there was having US Danny out front. If he doesn't just completely die instantly to that,
Okay.
it's a lot better, but
Mickle
okay.
dies here, it's pretty bad. Got
Wow.
it! One tick! Holy.
Yeah, that's actually super bad. They just used a BKB for that on Razor as well. I believe that's one of the... Yeah, that was his 8.
Matty's gonna give his life.
Yep.
Trying to get to that 20 marker like he said on BBC.
Drow Ranger, notably though, is not going for that BKB yet. And she just got rooted here. A
Matt.
Sun, but it's a
Yeah,
very
Sun.
risky one. Yeah, Sun just dies
unfortunate.
immediately.
Well, Draw's dead, so I don't think it matters.
It's true.
Radiant's middle
I think they just need to start saving the disarm for the Marcy for the Sun, or else Marcy's just gonna kill it every time. Meph is sticking around here way too low HP, just needs to get the hell out.
Meth moment.
Meph has sold his second urn.
Sold his urn because Matt yelled at him, yeah.
And has, yep, continued to stay around here way too long and is now dead.
This is such a weird fight.
Produces
They don't have
coming
Mickle.
up and Olsen.
Why are they fighting this? It's very weird.
Mickle is here now, and
maybe
he's
it's
gonna kill
less
Razor.
weird. If Mickle comes in to clean up. Nice, nice. All part of the plan. Mickle with his Ag Shard.
Kind of
Good.
easy to forget that Medusa is part of this game, and Medusa came in way too late to that fight, if she was gonna participate at all.
Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under
I mean, this
Okay,
just
so-
shouldn't have been picked at all. That's the first
They
issue.
actually,
tower is
they
under
actually have run into quite a big problem here because
Dire's
their win
top
condition
tower
was
is under
Razor,
attack.
and now Razor's dying first in every fight. And when he dies, it's like Matt maybe can do something. The rest of the heroes don't do anything.
Right. That's 1,068 gold, 743 pops into Drow's
like-
pocket, who is now second place net worth charts.
What is the win condition now? I'm not sure.
Game is
'Cause
starting to
it's
look
not-
somewhat grim.
It's not Dusa. Dusa's not your win condition because You don't win this game as a Dusa. Razor has to solve the problem he's having of dying to Drow before he can become a win condition again. And
Right.
the other heroes aren't win conditions, so what do you do? Man, that fight in Triangle just changed everything.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
5-man
Given
smoke.
once said it was 99 to 1. It's now 89 to 11. So, you know.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke is getting caught out here by all the supports.
Any BKBs.
Michael is rather close to this, but he's so
He's
far.
gone. He's leaving very quickly.
Gonna try and turn around
Not
here.
leaving.
Dire's
He's
middle
okay.
tower is
Why is he so fast? Nothing really much accomplished with that smoke here. Again, feels like we're pretty much in the exact same situation again. It's like, pretty much no matter what happens in this game, if Drow doesn't go down, it's not a win for being 10. They have to kill her, or else they're not getting anything.
Apparently, even if Drought does go down, it can also be a loss because of that fight you saw where he respawned and killed everybody again.
Right.
Playing around the Roche pit.
Mikkel also has that notice me ping.
Yeah, it does.
All the weebs having that notice me ping.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
Got a big silence
Matt
here.
maybe doesn't even get the chance to sun. Oh, no, he gets it
the
off.
hits. Nobody's hitting it.
Yeah, the
This is
sun.
very awkward.
Nobody has
Sun
access
attackers
to it.
are in an awkward spot.
That
Everyone
was
with stone is
An
around it as
amazing
well.
sun.
Oh no, Mickle versus the world. Cranberry?
Cranberry's
Okay,
just,
Cranberry
gonna start
got-
getting some kills. And Mikkel gets away at like 1 HP, which means this is another victory, really, for like a very resounding victory for this lineup.
Oh man, Cranberry is a menace right now.
I think the biggest issue with that fight, Danny actually died never having used BKB. He needs to get it out earlier in these fights. He can't let himself just get silenced and Dawnbreaker ulted and have all that happen to him like that. He needs to hit that thing ASAP. Gold lead is shrunk to 5k, still favoring Bane 10, but at this point you have to wonder how long that's going to be the case. I think Bean 10 started this game really strong, but I think they're starting to get buried by this draft. This draft is just abominable.
I don't think Deuce is pickable, I'll be honest.
No, I don't think Deuce is pickable.
Like Daryl's
in
bad.
general. But
Like
like,
at all?
No,
I
I
think
don't
Medusa's pretty good,
I
but
don't think you pick it unless literally it's like the best Medusa game you've ever seen and you have last pick. It's like the only way it's pickable.
yeah, you definitely cannot pick Medusa anywhere but last.
I agree with that.
Gonna walk into Mikkel here, but there's like nobody around for this, so Mikkel's just gonna right-click found, be okay. Gonna find the rest of his team here.
Hurricane Pike away from the arrow setup. Danny.
Just gonna steal all the damage that there is to steal from the Tiny here. Cranberry's gonna go down.
Posturing. I feel like this is a bad idea. Oh! Yeah. Kill Danny. And it's maybe okay. Oh no, it's bad. Mickle. The big escape.
Cranberry bought back.
Oh, this guy.
Nope, Mikkel's dead. Okay.
He killed Danny before he died, though. Oh man, that was
Tower is under attack.
it's quite the play there by Mickle. Broke their ankles.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I do think there is one thing that is definitely good news for the Bean lineup here. I don't know if Mikkel's really playing this Medusa Drow lineup to his best advantage. Like, it feels like in a lot of these fights, he's just kind of sitting in Medusa's line of fire, just letting her just pot shot at her, which is not great for him. Feels like the silence is never targeting the Medusa, which is not great for him either.
I mean, I think you are okay with killing Danny for now, because later on, it's like, you could kill the Medusa now, but you can also kill her later, because
Yeah, Drow
the
can kill
matchup is
Medusa
bad.
anytime.
So you kill Danny now to stop him from being a problem now. And you don't have to kill Medusa, because she's not going to be a problem later, even if you don't kill her.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Because the hero's bad, I don't know. What can you do?
What can you do is starting to become a more prescient question for being 10.
Yeah, this Razor is going to fall off soon. So,
I would go as far as to say I think this Razor kind of has already fallen off. Medusa
Uh,
comes
I-
out right under Sentries.
he just got Refresher, so he has that spike, at least.
I don't know. I think he's dying so fast in these fights, the refresher really doesn't mean
Dire's
anything.
bottom tower has
They
fallen.
are tracking him right now. They're hunting him. Matty
They
Boy,
found the Razor,
yeah.
yep.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
This is
First
very
comes
awkward.
out.
Radiant's turret has
I do think it's a big ult here, but they are not content with getting anything but the
Look at the sitting backline. Okay, Disa's dead.
yep.
Short-lived creatures.
That was a really well played fight by the Matty team. Again, they just broke their ankles. Like,
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is
the
a
Drow's sitting on the backline while these three heroes kind of make themselves as obnoxious as possible.
yeah. At this point, I don't think being 10 has a real win condition. It really is just at this point. I think Grim Adventures has to throw it. If they lose, it's going to be by a throw. I don't think there's any brilliant play. I think Drow is just Drow can 1v5. Drow is definitely going to be able to 1v5. This is Drow 1v5 game. They have 0 cores that are good for her, certainly at this point. Gonna do Roche here, very free Roche.
into the radius.
Phoenix is so far behind everybody else at this point, he might as well be a support. Just not doing them any
Unfortunate.
favors.
It's a signature hero. I see Enigma as more one of his signature heroes. Let's say it like that. Danny's gonna run down tall balls here.
There's nothing really Tall Balls can do about this. Can drop the Wraith back to give Danny 100 extra gold for his troubles, but that's it.
Oh, there you go. And that is kind of unfortunate because it shaves a little time that they can't use this Aegis effectively.
Right. Medusa just got Scotty.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they
Try
see
and,
their
go in
strength.
here.
They see their Dawn is down, but of course he's not really down, right? Because as soon as he spawns, he can ult in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Mikkel just finished BKBs. That's BKB on Drow, that's going to be very big.
Yeah, it's huge.
Radiant's middle tower is
Cool
under
TPing
attack.
in here. Gonna give 8 toasts, but of course,
Radiant's
that
middle
old
tower
trusty
is
Hurricane
falling.
Pike.
Mikkel, they're standing forward to try and encourage Bean 10 to fight. They do not want to do that.
Okay, smoke. This is a super smart smoke.
And he is continually moving away from this. I don't know if he's moving as fast as he should be away from this. They've lost sight on him. But he's gonna unintentionally meet up with him here? No, he's just gonna stop in secret shot and leave.
Knows?
No, I don't think he has vision of that. He could have, but
He's just cautious, I guess. $230 on the Aegis.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
just gonna rip down this tier 2 tower.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's bottom tower
TP.
is under attack. Radiant
For
structures
defense
are
of the top
fortified.
lane.
Quickly as I go.
The spirited defense of the top lane, actually. They're running in.
I'm gonna just completely bulldoze the
All
support
running
line.
them down. Yeah. Toss.
Bottom tower is under attack.
But nothing more than that.
Yeah. The dive. In response.
Going so far here. Very desperate on the side of Grim Adventures to try and get some use out of this Aegis. Which is not a bad idea.
Yeah, they chase them all the way back home.
Gonna be looking at the high ground defense here in a second, and still 1 minute on the Aegis.
Yep, so it's a forced 6v5, essentially, is what they're doing here. Not cool.
But Mikkel's just gonna lose his first life. Or, no, he's fine.
No, this
No, he's not
Mystic
fine.
Snake's got him. It's okay as BKB.
And he's gonna take all of Drow's damage and then just
Well,
die
it doesn't
anyway.
matter.
Okay, but we got the
Mikkel
Medusa ult
is-
here, though.
Medusa ulted. Oh man, this is very awkward.
And goes down.
Wow.
Alright,
Oof.
well, game is
What a
back to
fight. What an ult.
game is back to over territory, it seems. Oh, they do have a buyback on Mikkel, so it's not as horrendous as it might look on the outset. But I think
It's gonna be
This
tough for him to
dude's
do
just-
anything without BKB.
I'm so happy
Radiant's
that
middle
Bean
tower is
built
under attack.
a Blink Dagger against Drow instead of a Daedalus. I am so happy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
alright, so I guess in actuality, Medusa's are one condition.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
Beanton very hesitant.
Radiant's
Takes out
middle
the mid-range racks.
Dire's top tower.
I wouldn't call this hesitant necessarily. I'm
Radiant's
just gonna
middle barracks are under attack.
get what they want and then leave.
Grim Adventure is not actually going to present any kind of defensive effort here. Willing to let the racks go and be okay with it. Beanton moving on the Roche pit, though he's not going to be up for a while. Meph commits murder against Regen runes. Needs to just get a Aghanim Scepter, which is going to make the sun quite a bit more annoying to get rid of. It's looking to get a refresher soon.
It's not that they've had great success getting rid of it anyway, to be fair.
Yeah, as long as Marcy isn't able to just walk up to it and kill it, it usually pops. All outer towers now down for Grim Adventures.
Has fallen.
Jungle items falling for being 10 here. Cranberry Spray just gonna cut mid. Nothing really they can do about it. On the upside, nothing really they get out of doing mid anyway, so Bean 10 just moves top to get that done instead.
A prize.
Of course, Cranberry going to cut that wave as well. And Mickle just insta-kills it with his multi-shot, so...
Bean 10 says, I don't care, we'll just occupy all your farming spots. What did Puck just get? Was that Dagon? Yeah, it was. Dagon 2.
Nice.
Interesting.
Game depends on the next fight. I think the winner of the next fight wins the game.
More than likely.
Shadows take us.
Ronald comes out here.
Shadows will take us.
Gonna
We're
find
walking
the everybody
to the
else
right
club.
spot. Yeah. Matty Boy.
Phoenix comes out here. He's trying as hard as he can to ult, but
Kill him. Oh, the Oracle.
yep. Desperate
matter.
attempt there to
Sun's
take
dead.
out the sun. Medusa holds
Medusa's also
ult.
dead.
Medusa held
why?
the ult.
She
Really?
was right in the middle of the fight with them, not stunned, and she didn't ult.
And he tried to be the hero.
And then she got all her mana taken away.
Yeah, that was a major misplay on combination being Sparta, unfortunately. If she just ulted in the wake of that sun, I think that's just
Oh
a
boy.
5 for nothing.
Here I was calling the series boring, and Mickle God over here.
Yep, I mean, they just
Killing
gave him a
everybody.
very, very favorable matchup. And they just simply cannot do that.
Interesting.
I don't think Bean 10 can pick Bean before Mickle. I don't think they can do that. And now we wait.
Mickle was lagging during the fight where he just murdered everybody. Alright.
The
What's he
Strat
like at-
Ranger.
What's he like at
Is it a
full
bait?
intensity and then?
Maybe it's a bait.
It's a good question. Ugh.
PMA, keep BSJ.
Razor's looking for a Satanic. I think that's very greedy at this point. I think he's fairly unlikely to get that by the time the game is decided.
He's not that far away from it.
That's true. But on the other hand, it's not that far away from the point the game is decided either. We're on a very close to a halberd, which is very good.
I mean, they have one fight left, right? Because their death timers are pretty short, and they have buybacks, so they have kind of like 1.5 fights left. Because they have buyback on every hero except for Danny, who's a little short, and Rana, who's also a little short. Should probably have the gold for that by the time it's relevant.
Go, Windrunner.
Go world record.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Take a poke at this tier 3. Probably
Are fortified.
turn into a forced buyback, so I'd guess. I don't think it's gonna happen though. Short death timers. Still equalize.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yep, just take out
Equalize
the
and
Rex.
then run out. So we're back to even playing field.
Gabe still actually is favoring Bean 10 here, says 65% Bean 10, which I
It
definitely
used
don't
to be
agree with.
99-1.
Yeah, which I definitely don't agree with.
Wait.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's a lot of lag.
The DDoS.
It's true. Go, Windrunner.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Dire's top tower
Vanish.
has fallen.
And a smoke. And they're gonna run into the club here.
Yep.
This will be the fight. Fight of the century here.
Dire's top tower
And Bean holding very much onto the ult. Again, only ults when the sun is dead.
Danny kind of.
Bean is trying to
Okay.
capture Outpost.
So Danny played that fight really well. He just kind of kept Mikkel in a pretty bad spot where he couldn't do much. I don't know. A bit early to say. No, it's not early at all.
Down everybody goes on the Grim Adventures lineup. They do have buybacks.
Alright, well played fight by Danny.
Dire's bottom tower is under
If
attack.
Drow was allowed to do what she wanted in that fight, they would have all died again. But Danny kind of recognizes that, runs at the Drow, and kind of sequesters her away from where the action is.
The only downside of that is that that didn't require buybacks from both the Phoenix and the Razor.
Yes, it's true. So this is a pretty
Razor just
risky
got a
uphill.
satanic.
Pretty risky uphill that they may not take. Are they taking it?
Yep, they
Okay,
just get the
force
buybacks and they leave. Looking at Roche.
Okay, so next fight is actually the tensest fight.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant
Because
scan
now we
out the
don't have
Roche.
buybacks. The only hero with buyback in the entire game's map. And Bean has it as well. Just got the money. So 2 heroes with buyback.
Ooh, this is looking dicey
Smoke.
now, this Roche. Alright,
Yep,
good
Bean
out.
10 gets out literally the moment that
Are they
Adventures
gonna
goes
fake
in.
back? Kind of is a fake back. Danny.
gonna knock out the Wraith back here. And go back to work maybe? They're not really, they're having a very hard time deciding what exactly they should be doing now.
Easy shot.
Eventually they decide the Roche.
Drow once again just gonna multi-shot in.
And they got,
Drow's gonna try and make an attempt to steal this.
yep.
Medusa does not have much mana, she needs to ult very early before she gets it all sapped away.
Cranberry just
Oh,
got
Danny's-
Snatch Aegis.
Danny's such a
Cranberry
problem for
Aegis.
Mikkel, he's dead.
Yeah, Mikkel just got completely run over.
Alright, well, Razor is their win condition. Very nice.
Under 9 seconds respawn
That
on
is
Drow Ranger.
game, I believe.
Halberd is
Yeah,
finished
it's
on
game.
the Halberd is finished on the
Radiant's
Mirana.
structures are fortified.
Glyph comes out.
Dire's
Offensive
structures
Glyph
are
tries to
fortified.
protect it.
Radiant's middle tower
Alright,
is
so
under
US
attack.
Danny.
Cranberry Sprite is gonna come outside and just die. He's also down 98. Making the proclamation that this will only hurt forever. Matty Boy calls the G's. We're getting out of here.
Yes, Danny, the MVP.
God damn, dude. Oh, mama, that was that was frightening.
That was very intense.
That's true. I think if there's one thing Bean 10 learned from that game, you cannot let that pause 1
Don't
matchup
pick
be that bad.
Medusa.
Yeah, don't pick Medusa. That's one. You cannot let the pause 1 matchup be that bad. I think that if this pause 1 matchup is better, that's such an easy game for Bean 10. I think. But Drow Ranger had so much freedom to just keep the thumb down as long as she wanted. Still, I do think that might be a bit of a morale bust for the Matty Boy lineup. That seemed to be about the best game they've had in a very long time, and they actually did not win it, so they might be sweating a little bit going into game 2. We'll see what happens next time, unless you're on stream, in which case you'll see what happens right now.